राधा जी के प्यारे। प्रधान रूप गणेशाचे, ओंकार प्रधान रूप गणेशाचे, ओंकार प्रधान रूप गणेशाचे, हे तिन्ही देवांचे जन्मस्थान, हे तिन्ही देवांचे जन्मस्थान, ओंकार प्रधान रूप गणेशाचे, नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल करत हो भक्तन का प्रतिपाल करत हो भक्तन का प्रतिपाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल निश दिन ध्यान धरे जो प्राणी हरे सकल भवजाल निश दिन ध्यान धरे जो प्राणी हरे सकल भवजाल जन्म मरण से होत निराला जन्म मरण से होत निराला नहीं लगती करवार नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल लंबोदर गजवदन मनोहर लंबोदर गजवदन मनोहर गले फूलों की माला लंबोदर गजवदन मनोहर गले फूलों की माला रिद्धि सिद्धि चमर झुलावे रिद्धि सिद्धि चमर झुलावे शोभत से दुर्बहार नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल मूषक वाहन त्रिशूल परशुधर चंदन तिलक विशाल मूषक वाहन त्रिशूल परशुधर चंदन तिलक विशाल ब्रह्मादित्य सब ध्यावत तुमको ब्रह्मादित्य सब ध्यावत तुमको अर्जी टुकड़ा बाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल करत हो भक्तन का प्रतिपाल करत हो भक्तन का प्रतिपाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल नमामि
Jai Shri Mataji. Today, we're going to follow the format of Shri Ganesha Puja 1985 in Brighton, UK. For this puja, after Shri Mataji's talk, we'll have the Ganesh Puja with the dervishes, followed by the 108 invocations of Shri Ganesha, while we wash Shri Mataji's feet and offer the elements. Then we'll offer a puja to Shri Gauri Mata while offering the 108 names of Shri Mataji in full form, and we will then conclude with the Aarti. So let us all collectively bow down at the holy lotus feet of Shri Mataji, raise our kundalini, and take bandhan. Looking at Shri Mataji's holy lotus feet, we will slowly close our eyes and let us offer the Mahamantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Divye Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Divye Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Divye Namo Namaha. Let us place both our hands on the Mother Earth and we'll pray to Shri Adi Bhumi Devi. O Adi Bhumi Devi, please cleanse our subtle system by taking out all our badhas. Shri Adi Bhumi Devi, please bless us with your fragrance. Let's offer the mantra to Shri Adi Bhumi Devi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let us bring our hands back on our lap and we'll put our attention on the Muladhara chakra and pray. Shri Ganesha, we are going to be worthy of your appreciation and attention. Kindly make us humble so that we are appreciated by you. Our only desire is to please you. Shri Mataji, please awaken innocence, complete purity, chastity, devotion, humility, wisdom within all of us. Let us offer the mantra to Shri Ganesh Gauri Kundalini Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Gauri Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let us pray to Shri Mataji in our heart. O Mother, please make us worthy of your attention, and please protect our attention during this puja. Slowly, we'll bring our attention to the Sahasrara and we'll meditate for a couple of minutes.
नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव नमो नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Let us all stand up to welcome Shri Mataji and for the Swagat Agadarti. Jai Shri Mataji.
स्वागत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम आज हमारे बीच पधारे श्री माता जी आप हिंकारे आज हमारे बीच पधारे श्री माता जी आप हिंकारे झुम झुम के करते हैं गान झुम झुम के करते हैं गान हे स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम पूजावर माताजी दर्शन पाकर करते स्वागत दिल से गाकर पूजावर माताजी दर्शन पाकर करते स्वागत दिल से गाकर प्रेम फूलों की माला पहनाते हैं प्रेम फूलों की माला पहनाते हैं हे स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम निर्मल से है विनया हमारी जीवन सुख से कर दे भारी निर्मल से है विनया हमारी जीवन सुख से कर दे भारी आनंद प्रेम शांति सदा की राहे आनंद प्रेम शांति सदा की राहे हे स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम प्रेम फूलों की माला पहनाते हैं प्रेम फूलों की माला पहनाते हैं हे स्वागत आगत स्वागतम आगत आगत स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम प्रेम फूलों की माला पहनाते हैं प्रेम फूलों की माला पहनाते हैं हे स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम
Param Puja Shri Mataji, today, on the auspicious occasion of Shri Ganesha Puja, on the 4th of September 2021, the day of Krishna Paksha Dwadashi in the Shravan month, during the year of Shalivan 1943, and in the era of Sri Adi Shakti, in the late summer season, we, the Sahaj Yogis of the United States of America, have gathered at your holy lotus feet to worship you in the form of Shri Ganesha. Through this puja, we, the Sahaj Yogis, pray and ask, O Divine Mother, you who are Shri Ganesha, to bless us with divine wisdom and discretion, and to make us humble in the way that we are appreciated by you, and that our only desire is to please you. Shri Mataji, we pray to you to accept this puja dedicated with limited ability and knowledge, and kindly allow us to offer our devotion at your holy lotus feet. Shri Mataji, we humbly ask you to forgive us for all the mistakes committed in this puja, knowingly or unknowingly. Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all keep our attention on the Sahasrar while we listen to Shri Mataji's talk from Shri Ganesha Puja 1985 in Brighton, UK.
Today we have gathered here on the right occasion and very auspicious day to worship Shri Ganesh. Shri Ganesha is the first deity that was created so that the whole universe is filled with auspiciousness, with peace, bliss, and spirituality. He is the source. He is the source of spirituality. As a result of that, all other things follow. Like when it rains and is windy, you feel the coolness in the atmosphere. In the same way, when Shri Ganesha emits his power, we feel all these three things, within and without. But it has been so unfortunate, especially in the West, that the most important, fundamental deity has been completely not only neglected, but insulted and crucified. So today, though I did not want to say anything to upset you people, but I must tell you that worshipping Shri Ganesha means there has to be a thorough cleansing within you. When you worship Shri Ganesha, keep your mind clean. Keep your heart clean. Keep your being clean. No thoughts of lust and greed should come up. Actually, when the Kundalini rises, Ganesha had to be awakened within us. The innocence has to come up, which obliterates all such degrading ideas within us. if ascent has to be achieved, we have to understand that we have to mature. People are sick now. All over the Western life, one feels they are sick. Sick because they have never recognized Shri Ganesh. If one Freud came, that doesn't mean that you should accept him. But you did. As if it was such an important thing to be done. There was nothing more important than that. So today we are faced with our power of ascent and the power of conditionings we have had. When Freud talked of conditioning, he didn't know he was putting another type of horrid conditionings on you. Terrible. Sex is not important for human beings at all. Is not at all important. It is only when you want to have children, actually a human being who is of the highest level will indulge into a sex. The lure, the romance, this nonsense and all that doesn't exist in a pure mind. It's all a human creation. And this servility one has to that is so much surprising. It comes from a very low grading within us. It comes from the low-graded human beings. That one becomes servile to it. You should be the master of that. And today when I see around myself, in the West, which is also a part and parcel of the same creation, so much of sickness that has come. I am really aghast. How to turn your attention now to the maturity of sex. When the sex matures, you become a father, a mother, and a pure personality. When you hear about a 90-year-old woman marrying a 19-year-old boy, you just don't understand. This is what sort of a society it has been created in this world. This kind of a stupid behavior. We have to mature ourselves. That doesn't mean I'm saying austerity at young age. That doesn't mean that. Another absurdity is that. But of course you must mature. You need a tapasya for that. Unimportant thing when become important, and such an important thing that they're just like anything that we have, like we have hair. Even if you lose hair, it means something. But if you lose sex, what's wrong with it? It's very good riddance of bad rubbish. Such a waste of energy. So much interest, so much of our precious attention, so much of auspiciousness spent in this kind of a nonsensical thing. So to worship Ganesha, one has to understand we have to mature. Maturity has to come within us. We have to go deeper within ourselves. Our attention has to go deeper within ourselves, spontaneously. How do we achieve the depth if we are still like worms? Otherwise, it's a great sort of a sacrifice or a pressure on people. These tags and these pressures have been very costly for you people. Very costly. You have paid through so much. You have gone through so much. For what? So, the priorities have to change if Shri Ganesha is to be worshipped. What are we worshipping today is the innocence within us. We are worshipping that is auspicious, which is innocent. Innocence which is deep down within us, that's our character, that's our nature, that's what we are born with, is the basic of this whole creation, is the essence of this creation. So when matter becomes active, all right, reproduction starts, animal stage comes in, then comes the stage of human beings who are primitive, then comes the stage where human beings are developed, not the way what we understand of the developed world, horrible. I'll never call them developed by any chance at all. What is development is not outside. What is the within development one has to see. What have we grown inside? What have we got inside ourselves? Anything that grows big is plastic of that kind. The one which hasn't got any inner power grown. Say, for example, I give you a mango. I said, all right, now you eat it. And you see it just has the cover and nothing inside it. What will you eat? Will you eat that plastic? Anything that grown like that is plastic, is dead. What is the substance inside? Let's see. What is our substance within ourselves? This is what Christ preached. Morality point. So important for him it was. Because after dharma, which was a balance, where of course morality is very important, but it was necessary for Christ to talk of the innate, deeper morality, which is a part and parcel of our being. It is not just taught or told or frightened because there's a fear of God and wrath of God. But it should be your own innate light. That's why Christ talked about it. And the same Christ was used to demolish innocence. And I would not say that people were not born. Freud was not the only person who was born. The other day I went to Prado in Spain, and I saw paintings after paintings of the hell. And all these modern times we see those lanky-pankies going around without clothes, sort of people were shown with all kind of funny things, stupid things they were doing. This was Bosch. I was surprised, a German Bosch, who showed all this nonsense there very clearly. Way to hell, then the attack of the death, all these things. I mean, he was quite a recent person. If you call Blake as a madcap, so what about Bosch? Everybody is a madcap except for the stupid, useless people. So much warning has come for us. For example, we can say, since long, we know about hell. Mahavira, of all the persons, wrote so clearly about hell. This is hell. But in the West, the priorities are absolutely upside down. What is your power? Just think of it. Think within yourself. Is it mental power? That's important. I have told you mental power has nothing to do because it is just linear, it moves in one direction, falls off, comes back to you. It has no substance in it. It's just a mind projection, plastic. What is your emotional power? Emotions that you have takes you where? See, you have emotions for even good emotions you have. Say, you love your wife very much. Where does it take you? There was a poet called Tulsidasa who loved his wife very much. She had gone to her mother's place. So he couldn't bear it and went to see her, and he climbed over to her balcony. And she got a fright. She said, "How did you climb?" He said, "You had put a rope there." She said, "No." They saw it was a big snake hanging. So she said, "The amount of love you have for me, if you have that for God, where will you be?" So where does these emotions take you? To frustration, to unhappiness, to our destruction. The mental power gives you a horrible thing called ego, which destroys others. And the emotional power gives you nothing but crying, weeping, and always feeling unhappy. Oh, I have done so much of emotional investment on such and such person, and what did I get? So it is not absolute, it's relative. Mentally you are zero if you cannot destroy others. Emotionally you are zero because you cannot overpower people with your emotions. So what is your power? Where does your power lie? It lies in the spirit. But even before the spirit is achieved, what is your power? Is Kundalini? She is sleeping. Then what is your power? Is your chastity. If a man is chaste temperament he has, and he stands up in his chastity, it acts. It works. But first of all, chastity pays dividend in your good health. From the face of a person you can say that this person is a chaste man. Like in our Shastras used to say, a saint or a brahmachari, the one who has never had sex in life, always shining on his face. And as we say that the greatest brahmachari was Shri Krishna, who has so many wives. Because no wastage of energy, no wastage of attention is on that. So the whole energy is inside. I will say today as I was coming by car, it was raining, it was windy, it was very cold, but we were in the car. Nothing affected us because we were quite warm inside the car ourselves. We passed through everything, nothing touched us, nothing bothered us. We came away, everything fine. How? Because we kept to our own vehicle. And the vehicle we have is our chastity. We are so particular that others must respect us. Others must give us homage. Otherwise we get into tempers. Did you respect yourself? Do you respect yourself? It sounds sometimes to people in the West that Mother is very trying to preach about Indian culture. Many people think that. But I say that one has to learn science from the West, all right. One has to learn other things from the West. Aesthetics, of course. Paintings and art, maybe. Color schemes. But culture you better learn from Indians. There's dearth of culture, no culture at all, I find. What is this culture where a woman is supposed to expose her body? Is a prostitute's culture. Simple as that. Face it up. Where a woman is not supposed to respect her private parts is no culture whatsoever in the aesthetics of the divine. So much so today that they are making a film showing Mary to be a prostitute. I mean, this is where you have ended up. In India, even if you say this, they'll beat you nicely. Anyone, whether Muslim, Hindu, Christian. I mean, it's shocking to hear that the way they talk about Christ here. I mean, to an Indian it gives a shock. How can you talk? Because once you give up your chastity, you cannot understand that there can be someone who is absolutely chaste. For a thief, everybody is a thief. Because you don't have that respect for your chastity, you cannot imagine what Christ could have been. You cannot imagine, you cannot accept. Unbearable things are said about Christ. I tell you, unbearable. I don't know. I faced his crucifixion, which was unbearable as it was. But this kind of a thing you say about somebody, to an Indian woman, if you pass such a remark, to an Indian ordinary woman, she would commit suicide. It's never said that anybody comes and says, you're looking very beautiful. It's all right, you can say to your mother, you're looking nice, it's all right, that's different. But you don't say to any woman like that. You have to turn yourself out. And this is one of the reasons why people are very hot-tempered. The magnet within you is Shri Ganesha. Many people know that I have a great sense of direction. That comes through this magnet, which is perfect. This magnet is the one which keeps you sticking or adjusted or all the time pointed towards spirit. If you don't have the sense of chastity, you will dangle this way, that way. Suddenly you become a very good Sahajogi, tomorrow you become a devil. Because there's nothing that keeps you binding to the great idea of the Spirit. Let us face it up. Now the time has come for all of us, all the Sahajogis, that the greatest thing within us is not sex, but is chastity. And that's what will mature. It's very amazing how some people were behaving in Bodhi. I came to know about it. I was amazed. How could they behave like this before the villagers of Bodhi, who are innocent, simple people? But the best part of it, that when you indulge into frivolous and nonsensical behavior, insulting your chastity, you really lack in the action of it. Like if you fritter away your petrol, your car can't move. It's like that, something happens to you. All the time you go on pinching people and frivolously talking to each other. And what is the need to do all this? I just don't understand. And then end up in the divorce case. Once I had gone to Selfridges. I must tell you a very interesting story. And in such a crowd, there were two people, man and woman, kissing each other all the time. Least bothered, there are other people who are also going on the same escalator. Escalator they were kissing. In the thing they were kissing. Torturing all the Indians who were there, or maybe the other people. Chinese, for example, Egyptians. Such an exhibition was on. And I saw them next time. They were not kissing. I said, what happened? We are divorced. I said, why were you kissing that day so much? So they said, because we were going to be divorced. So we wanted to have the last bit of it. What a level it is. Imagine, what a level. What love, what feeling you have for anyone? Nothing of the kind. All the time quarreling with each other, ending up in the divorce cases, and showing off all this. Any deep personality doesn't show these things outside. Of course, I'm told here that here in the public school it is said that you should never show your emotions outside. But otherwise you can show anything else, ridiculous or shameless. But not your emotions. What an absurd place it is. You have accepted all these values, just like sheep, without thinking about it. Like I was in France, one girl came and she was crying. She said, I will, horrid, I will never go to these psychologists. So I said, why? They were saying dirty things about my father. Imagine. And people accepted those ideas of this horrible Freud. Is basically wrong. Whether it is historically there or whatever it is, you better give it up. Whatever wrong is wrong in the divine. Whatever is right in the divine. But there's a real objection now that people, when they go abroad, husband and wife and this and that, they kiss each other and tease each other. What is the need? You kiss the person and come and tell me against that person. I've seen it. If there has to be some self-preservation, this has to be your chastity, your privacy. That's why you have no willpower to do anything. No willpower. Let some stupid fellow come and tell you something. You will say, all right, we accept. What is the essence of your personality is your chastity. And in Sahaja Yoga, you can re-establish everything, whatever you have lost. You can. That's why the depth is lacking. And this is the reason there is no consistency in the temperament of people. No consistency. Now you'll get 1,200 people for my lecture. And next day not even one. All lost. Because there's no base, like a loose connection. There's no connection. Connection point is your chastity. So there is no consistency. Satatya is not there. If you tell them you have to get up in the morning, have a bath, do some puja, it's too much for them. But if you tell, say an Indian lady, for me, if you say that you wear such and such dress, I just can't. No, not possible. It's not possible. I can keep the whole night awake, but that thing I cannot do, just cannot do it. So the priorities are changed because where is your attention? You have everything within you. You are the storehouse of chastity, which is your power. Everything within you. Nothing has gone out. It's all there. All that fragrance is within you. It's all preserved. Don't condemn yourself. And you are so fortunate I am here to tell you all about it. You are so fortunate I am with you. Do you understand that point? You don't have to go to Himalayas. You don't have to stand on your heads. You don't have to do anything like that. You see, formerly these saints used to sit, you won't believe, in the cold, frozen water or on the Himalayas in the open. They used to sit for hours together to freeze their nonsensical ideas. Now that's not necessary. It's all made very easy. But change your priorities now. The whole attention once goes to your own spirit. You'll be surprised. The whole chart will change. What's the most important thing? To meditate every day. I have seen people who want to do some course. Say, for example, I told that you better do some course. Every day they will go for that course and join that class and they will work it out and they'll pass that course and do it up and finish it. But meditation, they cannot do regularly. But now there's a little gap we should understand. That once we get the inkling of that joy, which is eternal, we start moving towards that more and more, and establishing ourselves in the ocean of that joy. A little. You see, when somebody wants you to swim, you are frightened, you don't want to do it. You are very happy on the gross shore, you don't want to swim. Somebody pushes you, again you are back. No, Baba, I cannot do it. But once you learn to swim, you enjoy that swimming. And then you like it and you want to do it every day, regularly, religiously. So there's a little gap which has to be achieved. Second point is that, as I've been always saying, you are lotuses, but under a mire. And you know what mire is. While India is the ocean, so it's very easy for the lotuses to come out of the water. But to come out of the mire is very difficult. Say somebody falls in the mire. If you kick it, you go deeper. If you try to do anything, you go deeper. Best thing is to keep watching it and still. And that's the best way, is to witness yourself. But your attention is not all right, how will you witness? Attention is, somebody is going that side, that person will see. Another person going that person will. Must see every person. But you don't see the flowers. You don't see the trees. You don't see the Mother Earth. You don't see anything. What you see is something hopelessly bad, worse than you. Today is the day they say one should not see the moon. If you see the moon, it becomes inauspicious and you get a bad name. They said Shri Krishna saw the moon and then he got a bad name. He was Ranchordas, means he had to run away from the battlefield. But that was his trick, he had to run away. So you are not supposed to see the moon. The reason is, why it is said, that today we have to see Shri Ganesh, who is the Mother Earth, who acts through Mother Earth. Most of the things that we have are from the Mother Earth. So this time you must see the Mother Earth, the Kundalini and Shri Ganesh. Today, the Mother Earth has created Shri Ganesha. So you don't see anything outside. You don't even see the moon. Just see the Mother Earth. Because the Mother Earth, in her love and compassion, has done so much for us. Your Kundalini has done so much for us. And her son, who is the innocence within us, is to be worshipped today because he has done the maximum. Despite all the insults we have put on him, all the ridicule, all the filth, all kinds of nonsense, still he stands up like a little child to amuse us. If Shri Ganesha is within you, become like a child, childlike innocence. You don't get angry with somebody like a dog barks on everything. There are some Saj Yogis I know who all the time barking, just like dogs or beggars in India. But you become like a child who is very sweet. He always tries to amuse you, always tries to say nice things, always tries to make you feel happy, a source of such joy. And that's how you become a source of joy, source of happiness, source of fulfillment. All the time bubbling with laughter and happiness, bubbling with beautiful things. How the children amuse you, just see and watch. How they come round with little hands, how they work it out. How they know what is the right thing. A child who is a realized soul is much more sensible than a grown-up person. I've seen that. Like my youngest granddaughter was about, I think, 3 years of age. And the maid was folding my sari. And by mistake she put it on the ground. This child just couldn't bear it. She just lifted the sari, put it to her head and put it on the sofa. She said, "What do you mean by putting this sari on the ground? What do you know about my grandmother? She is the goddess of goddesses. And you put her sari on the ground. The dogs are going to bite you now," she said. "Be careful." And she again went and took the sari, kissed it and said, "Mother, forgive her. Grandmother, please forgive this woman. She doesn't know what she's done to you." But that sensitivity comes from the depth of your chastity. You listen to the children and you'll be amazed how they talk and what they say, how they behave, how they try to amuse you. I mean, in the West, children are very much spoiled, I must say. They do not amuse you so much, they trouble you quite a lot. Because, again, the same thing. If the father and mother don't have chastity, the children don't feel all right. They don't feel peaceful. They become restless. And then they develop the same restlessness within us. A chaste man can never get possessed. Take it from me. Can never get possessed. You might be very intelligent. You might be anything. You might be a great writer, but you can get possessed. But a chaste man, an ordinary chaste person, can never get possessed. Bhoots are afraid of chaste people. If one chaste person is going on the road, all the bhoots run away. They just run away. At least, I have known many cases, but some of them I can tell you that there were 2, 3 of them who used to go by motorcycle in the night, about 12 o'clock on a road. And some people who were possessed wrote letters to me saying that, please don't allow them to go there in the night, because where should we go and stay? I was amazed. These are the people who are possessed by some sort of horrible bhoots, who used to go and rest on these trees in the night, where these 3 persons used to go on the motorcycle. And they actually wrote letters to me. Very possessed people, I knew them, saying that ask them not to go that way, because it's where are we to live? And they were like mad people themselves. I said, why did you write like this? He said, these people go that way and they trouble us. And the negative within us disappears with the light of Shri Ganesh. You can see it so clearly in another person. If you don't have chastity, you can never see who is unchaste or chaste. You cannot. Everybody is just the same, very good, very nice person, very nice person. I mean, real possessed people are certified as very good people. In Saj Yoga also sometimes. And I start wondering what's happening. See, what is it? How is it these people are certified as that? Can't they feel it? There's no light. Even if you get your realization, even if your spirit is working out, your collective consciousness, even if you are giving self-realization to others, you are nowhere if you have no chastity. That's like a broken glass which is trying to reflect something. It can never give the right picture. It's so important. And I have to tell you this now. The time has come for me to tell you. This is the snag in our life. First thing people will ask, whom am I going to marry? What is such a hurry? Of course, marriage, I call it an auspicious thing. Marriage should be there. There should be a collective sanction, everything. But for what? To adore the chastity within us. Then they are married, then they have children. Then they want to have a house, then they want to have this. This whole, such an insular business goes on and on and on, and the light of your life doesn't spread. But I have known people who were just in the hell and have come out and have spread like beautiful meteoric heights they have achieved. I have seen people like that. So today you have come to worship Shri Ganesh. Within yourself. What is me to worship as Ganesha? I don't understand. Because I am that. When you are worshipping me, you want to have that Shri Ganesh within you awake. Let that be awakened within you. Let what I say becomes the mantra to awaken that within. So that as my children you enjoy the bliss of chastity as I have enjoyed all my human life and all my divine lives. You enjoy the same quantity, that's what I want. At least you should have the taste of it. I'm telling you about something which you may not have heard before. But you never heard about Kundalini also. You had never heard about self-realization like this. But today I think by chance, absolutely in a Sahaja way, this puja was arranged. I was to have this puja in Bombay. It was all organized. People were all willing to come there to do this puja. I mean, a Ganesha Puja in England or in the West is so important that I thought better have it one without the right time in Rome, which is one of the basic things which has ruined the chastity of human beings. Romans started it and others carried on. But it was to be here in Brighton. At the lotus feet of Sadashiva. But the English must know that they have got such a golden land and they don't deserve it. They have to deserve it. Imagine, we are living in the land of Sadashiva. where even water is also the snow, means like distilled water, clean, clear, white. Where Shri Ganesha is the one who washes the feet of his father. Where the chastity itself resides as your mother. And you have to deserve that coveted position. English Savage yogis have to come up very much. Just the opposite English wear. Coming from Sadashiva's land, just the opposite. Tremendous arrogance. Arrogance so horrible, which one cannot think in Shiva's place. All unchaste people are arrogant. Otherwise, how can they forgive themselves? You talk to any prostitute, in 2 minutes you'll find out she's a prostitute because she's extremely arrogant. What's wrong? I'm a prostitute, so what? Arrogance is a sign of unchaste personality. And such a person also becomes insular because he is ashamed to face others. But a chaste personality is open. Why should he be afraid of anyone? Talks to everyone nicely, kind to everyone, in all innocence and simplicity, without falling in love in every third person you come across. And that one has to realize that this country is given to you with a purpose. And if you do not come up to that level, you will be thrown away. So, respecting your chastity is real respecting me, because I reside within you as chastity. If Shri Ganesha is the auspiciousness, I reside within you as chastity. Chastity is never aggressive, is never harsh, because there's no need, No need. You are so powerful. You are so powerful that there's no need to aggress anyone. Why should you aggress? You are not frightened of anyone. It's so generous. It's so kind. It's so beautiful. Always fresh and young, yet so sublime and so dignified. Now 12 years have passed since I've been here. 2 more years. Very intense work is needed, within and without. Within, we have to work very hard for these 2 years. Very hard. Real tapasya we have to go into. All of us, whether men or women. And then we'll see. I can say that we have done a good job. With little jump, courage and faith, we can achieve a lot. Have faith in yourself. Not mental faith, but actual chastity is faith. Chastity is the consolidation of your faith. When you have faith in God, you are chaste. When you have faith in yourself, you are chaste. You have faith in your wife, you are chaste. Why should you have faith in your wife? Because you are a chaste person. How can she be unchaste? Your faith in your child is chastity. Because you are chaste, how can your child be anything else? Crystalline form of faith is chastity. And that you can have even before realization. Many have. Actually, like the camphor, which you see is volatile and evaporates into the fragrance, in the same way, we can say chastity acts into faith. If you don't have chastity, you cannot have faith in anything. Because either you are dealing with your emotions, that you are emotionally attached to me, or maybe you are mentally attached to me. But if you have sense of chastity, a faith will be apparent within yourself. You don't have to have faith. Now, mother, I will have faith within myself. You cannot. Faith is something which is volatile. And the volatile fragrance comes from chastity. So, from today, we are not going to look at the stars or the moon, but going to look at the Mother Earth. In the universe, she represents. The Kundalini is nothing but chastity. She is just chastity. Can you believe it? What a power. Motherhood. Everything is chastity. Fatherhood. Any relationship is chastity. Purity is again the fragrance of chastity. Goodness, compassion, everything comes from chastity, a sense of chastity, which is not mental. If you are mentally chaste, you can be horrid, like some of the nuns are, or some of those people who are austere. Not that. Chastity is an innate, built-in Kundalini within you, which acts because it understands me. She understands me. She knows me. She's part and parcel of me. It's my reflection. So make your Kundalini strong by being chaste. People try to do things to look very attractive and this and that. Don't waste your energy like this. You are saints. Live like saints. Traditionally, as we live, we have to live that way. And evolve out of the tradition. Don't do something new, something absurd, nonsensical. We don't have to attract anyone. Chastity is the fragrance in the flower, which attracts the bees, is the honey of the flower, is the essence of our existence. So this time, you are all coming to India, I have to request you to respect me by not misbehaving, not childishly behaving in the manner you see in the pictures and the films and all that nonsense. You are above all that. Attention, achievements are to be seen from the seat of your chastity. We can't leave our seats. Whether we are acclaimed or not makes no difference. We can't leave our seat. Like all these avadhutas, they'll say, takya sodaisa nahi. Means we will not leave our seats. We are in our seats. This is our seat. In the lotus. We can't leave the lotus. We are sitting in the lotus. That's our seat. Then all these nonsensical things that you have acquired will drop out. You'll see you'll become beautiful people. All bhoots will run away. All catches will run away. But it's not austerity again and again, I'm telling. It is respect of your being. As you respect me outside, you respect me within. As simple as that. Today is a great day for us to be worshipping Shri Ganesh. He is the first and the foremost to be worshipped. And when you worship him, you must realize that you are worshipping his manifestation as well, that is of Christ. Anybody who talks cheaply about Christ, you should abhor such a person. You cannot intellectualize Christ. Anybody who does it just have nothing to do with that person. Christ is innocence. If you don't have the depth of your chastity, you can't understand. You cannot worship him. That's the best they could do, is to finish your chastity so that you never recognize him. All that comes to you through your meditative efforts. Now the effort is to be just that you have to be meditative. That's all. Keep your meditation on. Try to be meditative. See things. What is witness state is nothing but that you are meditative. So I've decided also that I'll meet the Brighton people here tomorrow morning, and I will meet all the English people, if possible, tomorrow, day after tomorrow evening, to tell them how important it is for them to achieve that state of purity. I think it's working out. I really work very hard. You have no idea how much I work hard. But this is also, they said, that is an idea that people think that others should do all their work. This is like pound saving, this saving, that saving, and also labor saving. Let mother do all the job for them. Mother is looking after us. She should get up in the morning, she should do meditation. There is no saving. You can save everything else if you just know how to save your spirit. Only your ascent is important. Once you ascend, everything is saved. First save yourself. For that, you have to put in effort. You have to work hard. You have to go deep into you, evolve yourself. You are quite capable of it. Do not blame anyone. Do not blame your wife, mother, father, country, anything. Everyone can work it out. Don't see other people. See yourself, how far I've gone. What have I contributed? Let me go ahead with it. Every one of you. I'm thankful that all the people have come from all over to England. That's the right thing to do in a way. But this country must be created of that level, that it becomes a pilgrimage for everybody to come in. On the contrary, it should not happen that once they come to England, after that they never come to Sergio. Could happen. Could happen. With the arrogance that people have, maybe that it might become like that. That once they come here, they'll say, oh, no more Sergio, had enough of it. The other way around in India, once they go to India, they stick on. I've known some people that they came to England and the way some of the Serjogis behaved and some of the ashrams were run, they just ran away and they said, Mother, nothing doing. We are not going to be in Serjoga anymore after seeing your developed Serjogis in England where you have worked for 12 years. So today we are sitting on this beautiful land of England and we have certain debts to be paid, to be born in this country. And the debt is that we have to be great Serjogis. We can make out very easily who is a great Serjogi. When you say that, shut that window, you'll find most of them will be sitting looking at others. I don't say they are all English, but could be. Make others work is not the way. We have to be really very dedicated. We are not of that level. Believe me, you are not of that level. Don't look at other people who are here. You are very different type of people. You are special people. Try to be alert. Respect yourself because you are English and that you have a special responsibility. So may God bless you.
Jai Shri Mataji. We'll begin the puja by washing Shri Mataji's lotus feet and offering the 5 elements. As we offer Shri Ganesh Atharvashish, followed by the divine essence of prayer. We'll start with the mantra to Shri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dhartasi Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Kalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshat Atmasi Nityam Ritam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Avatvamam Avavaktaram Avashrotaram Avadataram Avadhataram Avanuchanam Avashishyam Avapashchatat Avapurastat Avotaratat Avadakshinatat Avachordavatat Avadharatat Sarvatomam Pahi Pahi Samantat Tvam Vangmayastam Chinmayaha Tvam Anandamayastam Brahmamayaha Tam Sachitananda Vidyosi Tam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi Sarvam Jagadidam Tatto Jayate Sarvam Jagadidam Tattashtishtati Sarvam Jagadidam Tayi Layameshati Sarvam Jagadidam Tayi Pratyeti Tam Bhumi Rapo Nalo Nilo Nabha Tam Chatvari Vakpadani Tam Gunatrayatitaha Tam Dehatrayatitaha Tam Kalatrayatitaha Tam Muladharasthitosi Nityam Tam Shakti Trayatmakaha Tam Yogino Dhyayanti Nityam Tam Brahma Tam Vishnustam Rudrastam Indrastam Agnistam Vayustam Suryastam Chandramastam Brahma Bhurvaswaram Ganadi Purvamucharya Varnadim Tadanantaram Anusvara Parataraha Ardendulasitam Tarena Ruddham Etattava Manusvarupam Nakara Purvarupam Akaro Madhyamarupam Anusvara Shantyarupam Bindurutararupam Nada Sandhanam Samhita Sandhi Seisha Ganesha Vidya Ganaka Rishihi निःश्रुत गायत्री छन्दः गणपतेर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुरस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रथं च वरदं हस्तैर्विभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमर्चितम् आविर्भूतं च शिष्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं सा योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवस्तुताय श्रीवरदामूर्तये नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Let our ears hear that which is true. Let our eyes see that which is pure. Let our beings praise that which is divine. And let those who listen hear not my voice, but the wisdom of God. Let us worship with the same song, the same strength, and the same knowledge. And let our meditation enlighten and enrich. Let there be amongst us compassion and peace. Now the prayer. Salutation to Shri Ganesh, Sakshat Shri Jesus, Sakshat Shri Nirmala Devyai, Namo Namaha. It is you who is the beginning of all beginnings. It is you, O Shri Ganesha, who is the doer of all deeds which have been done, are being done, and will be done. It is you who supports all things that are supported. It is you who protects all things that are protected. It is you who is the complete, all-pervading spirit, God's divine energy. Think clearly, brain. Speak only the truth. Let your presence, awakened in us by Kundalini, speak. Let your presence, O Shri Ganesha, awakened in us by the Kundalini, listen. Let your presence, awakened in us by Kundalini, bless. Let your presence, awakened in us by Kundalini, protect. And let your presence, awakened by Kundalini within us, your disciples, be the disciple. You are the essence of all the sacred literature and holy words. And you are the divine energy that understands the holy words. You are the divine combination of complete truth, complete happiness, and complete energy. And you are beyond. You are all knowledge, and you are the use to which the knowledge is put. You exist until the end of all things. And after the end of all things, you remain. You create the end of all things. And after the end of all things, you are. You are earth. You are water. You are fire. You are air. And you are the space above the air. You are the gunas. And you are beyond the gunas. You are the body. And you are beyond the body. You are the essence of time. And yet you are beyond time. You, and only you, Shri Ganesha, exist at the Muladhara Chakra. You are the spirit, and you are beyond the spirit. And those who would join God meditate upon you. You are Shri Brahma. You are Shri Vishnu. You are Shri Rudra. You are Shri Indra. You are Shri Agni. You are Shri Vayu. You are the sun at noon. You are the full moon. Through all of these and more, you are the all-pervading energy of innocence and wisdom. You are the divine servant who stoops to wash the feet of saints. And you are the tiny core of all things, without which the larger have no purpose. You are the key to the libraries of all the scriptures, without which the truth is hidden. You are the full stop which completes the sentence, and without which the sentence loses its meaning. You are the crescent moon. You are the stars, and you are beyond the stars. All things, from tiny dot to universe, are you, Shri Ganesha. You are the future, and you are beyond the future. You are in all forms. You are where the sounds combine. You are the silence between the sounds. You are the rhythm of all music and all prayers. This is the knowledge of Shri Nirmal Ganesh, and you, Shri Nirmal Ganesh, are the master of that knowledge and all knowledge. You are the God and you are the goddess. Salutations to you. Om Gam Nirmal Ganapate. To your powers, Shri Ganesha, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail. Your first tooth you have, and 4 hands, one holding a rope, the second a goad, the third is raised in blessing, and the fourth offers sustenance. Your banner is that of a humble mouse. You have long ears and are clothed in red. Red decorates you, and you are worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you come to this earth. You are the force that protects, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that creates. Those who seek union with God pray through you. Those who seek union with God worship you. Om Gam Nirmal Jesus Ye. To your powers, Shri Jesus, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail. You are the word that was the beginning. You, Shri Jesus Christ, are the word that will be the ending. You are he who was born of a virgin and died on the cross. You are he who absorbs all sins and who died to live again. You are God in man, and you are worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you come to this earth. You are the force that creates, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that protects. Those who seek union with God pray through you. Those who seek union with God worship you. Shri Ganesha, salutations to you again and again. Shri Jesus, salutations to you again and again. He who is the beginning of all worship, salutations to you again and again. He who destroys all the powers of evil, salutations to you again and again. Sakshat Son of Lord Shiva, who is unending blessings, salutations to you again and again. Sakshat Son of Mary Mataji, who is unending love, salutations to you again and again. Sakshat Mataji Nirmala Devi, who is unending joy, salutations to you again and again. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You can say the 108 names of Shri Ganesh. The translation would be better. Swasti.
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. You are the one to be worshipped first. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the word that was in the beginning. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the Omkara.
Now here one has to see the first is Sadashiva. Then comes Adishakti. And Adishakti creates Shri Ganesh. But still first to worship is Shri Ganesh. How important it is.
You are the Omkara. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the source of life. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the source of security. Obeisance to you again and again. You are worshipped with red flowers. Obeisance to you again and again. You are adored by yogis and yoginis. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the support of the root and the support of the fruit. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the auspiciousness and the bestower of auspiciousness. Obeisance to you again and again. You are wisdom and the bestower of wisdom. Obeisance to you again and again. You are innocence and the bestower of innocence. Obeisance to you again and again. You make holy what evil had soiled. Obeisance to you again and again. You build anew what was destroyed. Obeisance to you again and again. You resurrect the innocence that was lost. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the Lord of chastity. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the bestower of the inner paradise. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the refuge of all. Obeisance to you again and again. You have compassion for your devotees. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the giver of satisfaction and fulfillment. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the beloved son of Mahagauri. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the greatest pupil of Mahasaraswati. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the guardian of Mahalakshmi. Obeisance to you again and again. You are listened to by Adi Kundalini. Obeisance to you again and again. You are manifested in the four heads of Brahmadeva. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the foremost disciple of Shiva. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the glory of Mahavishnu. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the bond of love between Rama and his brothers. Obeisance to you again and again. You lead the dance of Krishna's gopis. Obeisance to you again and again. You are Jesus the child and Christ the King. Obeisance to you again and again. You fill the nets of Jesus' disciples. Obeisance to you again and again. You reside in all the deities. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the house of yoga. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the substance of the Adi Guru. Obeisance to you again and again. You become the Adi Guru to reveal your mother. Obeisance to you again and again. You only know how to worship your mother. Obeisance to you again and again. You only know your mother. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the joy of your mother. Obeisance to you again and again. You live on the complete blessings of your mother. Obeisance to you again and again. You live in the present, which is the presence of God. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the foundation of the Sangha. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the body of Dharma. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the essence of Buddha. Obeisance to you again and again. You are Sahaja. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the primordial friend. Obeisance to you again and again. You create the sphere of Sahaja Yoga. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the honesty of Sahaja Yoga. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the eldest brother of the Sahaja Yogis. Obeisance to you again and again. You bestow the Shakti of chastity upon the Sahaja Yogis. Obeisance to you again and again.
These are not the ones.
You are pleased by humility. Obeisance to you again and again. You are pleased by simplicity. Obeisance to you again and again. You grant the knowledge of pure love. Obeisance to you again and again. You grant the love of pure knowledge. Obeisance to you again and again. You are beyond grasp. Obeisance to you again and again. You are beyond temptations. Obeisance to you again and again. You are beyond imagination. Obeisance to you again and again. You challenge, defeat, and punish negativity. Obeisance to you again and again. You watch the gates of hell. Obeisance to you again and again. You open and close the gates of hell. Obeisance to you again and again. That which is not within you is hell. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the Lord of the Ganas. Obeisance to you again and again. You grant the subtlety of discretion. Obeisance to you again and again. You remove all the obstacles. Obeisance to you again and again. You bless the sanctity of the marriage union. Obeisance to you again and again. You call on this earth the realized souls. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the dignity of childhood eternal. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the Lord of Maharashtra. Obeisance to you again and again. You are complete and perfect. Obeisance to you again and again. You do not tolerate fanaticism, especially in Sahaja-yogis. Obeisance to you again and again. You play and see the play. Obeisance to you again and again. You are magnetic and fascinating. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the beloved one. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the quality that makes love enchanting. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the power of all bandhans. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the savior of our attention. Obeisance to you again and again. You have a prominent belly expressing contentment. Obeisance to you again and again. You are fond of kusha grass, which is Mother Earth's green sari. Obeisance to you again and again. You are fond of laddus because you are the essence of sweetness. Obeisance to you again and again. You are fond of dancing for your mother's delight. Obeisance to you again and again. You fan your ears to make the Chaitanya blow. Obeisance to you again and again. You have one task, to lift us out of samsara. Obeisance to you again and again. You hold many weapons for the doom of evildoers. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the guardian of the sanctum sanctorium. Obeisance to you again and again. You shine like 1,000 suns. Obeisance to you again and again. You rule over a galaxy of lotuses. Obeisance to you again and again. You bestow upon the seekers the power to become lotuses. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the remembrance of God within all seekers. Obeisance to you again and again. You sustain the hope for God during the quest. Obeisance to you again and again. You destroy the impurity of Kali Yuga. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the bestower of boons. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the bestower of absolute happiness. Obeisance to you again and again. You gave an infinitesimal fraction of your power to Manmata, and he conquered the world. Obeisance to you again and again. You give to love its power of attraction. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the purity of love immaculate. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the love that soothes, nourishes, and elevates to God. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the love by which we recognize God. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the vessel of sacred adoration. Obeisance to you again and again. You are lost in the goddess's darshan. Obeisance to you again and again. You bring the yogi to the goddess's darshan. Obeisance to you again and again. You grant the darshan of the form and the formless. Obeisance to you again and again. You grant the darshan of Shri Nirmalama and of Shri Nirguna. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the master of protocol of Adishakti Nirmala Devi. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the foremost knower of Adishakti Nirmala Devi. Obeisance to you again and again. You witness the awesome greatness of Adishakti Nirmala Devi. Obeisance to you again and again. You allow the Divine Mother to feel her motherhood. Obeisance to you again and again. You allow the Divine Father to enjoy her creation. Obeisance to you again and again. You allow the Sahaja-yogis to melt into you. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the owner of God as the child owns his mother. Obeisance to you again and again. You are fond of playing with your mother Nirmala in the snowy regions of Sahasrara. Obeisance to you again and again.
When we say this, we have to realize what we are saying. We have to be one with it. As your realization takes place, also these words get realization. They become auspicious. They become mantras. They become your power. So when you are saying all this, do not just say it because it has to be said, but from within. So they become your Shakti, your power. If and once you say it, it should work out. It should not be just a sort of a ritualistic thing. It must be, mantra means the one which has got enlightenment. The words which are enlightened are mantras. So words must be said from the heart, with the feeling that you are saying, with understanding. And the whole capacity of that is to be exposed when you say that, so that it becomes a kind of a power for you. These are all your powers. Now Devi is there, 8 names if you can say. Now, by the way, okay, this is not...
Jai Shri Mataji. The mother of Shri Ganesha is Shri Gauri, who is none other than Shri Mataji, Shri Adishakti Nirmala Devi, Sakshat. We will now worship our Divine Mother in that form by offering the 108 holy names of Shri Mataji as we decorate her lotus feet and offer flowers to Shri Mataji.
First they tell you the name, then it will be translated.
Shri Mata.
Sacred Mother,
She not only gives every good thing that a loving mother gives to her child, but also the highest knowledge, Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of divine vibrations, to her devotees.
Shri Maharadni.
नाही नाही आता त्यांना म्हणू द्या. Now you say the mantra of Shri Mata.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः. Shri Maharadni.
The great empress, she who rules the entire universe.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Maharadni Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Devakarya Samuddhata.
She emerges for a divine purpose. She appears in her great splendor when all the divine forces are helpless and unable to eradicate wickedness.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Devakarya Samuddhata Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Akula.
One who is beyond Kula, that is, measurable dimensionality, who resides in the head, in the Sahasrara.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Akula Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Nitya.
Eternal.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nitya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Bhavani.
The Queen of Bhava, Lord Shiva, giver
Bhavani,
of life,
Bhavani.
Bhavani.
giver of life to the whole universe.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bhavani Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Vishnu Granthi Vibhedini.
She cuts the knot of illusion, of Maya, of Sri Vishnu. Then the devotee perceives the unreality of his individuality as body, mind, and present incarnation. He loses the consciousness of the limited I-ness.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Granthi Vibhedini Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Bhakti Priya.
She is fond of devotees.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bhakti Priya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Bhakti Gamya.
She is realized by devotion.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bhakti Gamya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Nirlepa.
She is untouched by various karmas and dualisms.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Sakshat Shri आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्रमदायिनी,
she is the giver of happiness, including divine bliss.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री शर्मदायिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। निराधारा,
Unsupported, she is the support of the universe. She is pure consciousness, unformulated and undifferentiated.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निराधारा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। निरांजना,
Unstained by any limitations whatsoever.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निरांजना साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। महापातकनाशिनी,
She destroys the greatest of sins.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महापातकनाशिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। निर्मला,
Pure,
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निर्मला साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। निरहंकारा,
without ego.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निरहंकारा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। निष्कलंका,
Faultless brilliance.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निष्कलंका साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। निराकारा,
She is formless.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निराकारा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। निराकुला,
Unruffled,
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निराकुला साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। निर्विकारा,
she is changeless, but the unchanging basis of all changes.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निर्विकारा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। निर्गुणा,
Attributeless, beyond the three gunas and the three nadis, Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. She is consciousness devoid of the qualities and attributes of the mind.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निर्गुणा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirupalava. हाँ.
Indestructible.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirupalavya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nishkala.
Indivisible. Complete.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishkala Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nishkama.
Nothing to desire, having everything.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishkama Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nityamukta.
Ever free, and her devotees are ever free.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nityamukta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Leela Vinodini.
Who's
Sakshat Shri Leela Vinodini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirashraya.
She has no basis, as she is everything.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirashraya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirantara.
She is undifferentiated.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Niranjana Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nishkarna.
She is causeless, the cause of all causes.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishkarna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirupatti.
She is alone, without Maya, the basis of plurality.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirupatti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirishwara.
She is supreme.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirishwara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Niraga.
Unattached.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Niraga Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirmada.
Prideless.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nistula,
unequaled.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nistula Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Gambhira,
Bottomless depth. In the scriptures, the Great Mother is visualized as a great and bottomless lake of consciousness, uncomprehended by space and time.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gambhira Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nischinta,
Without any anxiety.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nischinta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirmoha,
Without any illusions, such as mistaking the unreal for the real.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmoha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirmama,
Without selfishness.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmama Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nishpapa,
Papam is ignorance or avidya. She is devoid of that.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishpapa Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nissamshaya,
Having no doubts.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nissamshaya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirbhava,
Unborn.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirbhava Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirbadha,
Untroubled.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirbadha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nirvikalpa,
She has no mental activities.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvikalpa Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Nishparigraha,
She takes nothing since she needs nothing, as she is the Purnakama, or has everything. Devotees also become Nishparigraha.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishparigraha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo नमः निर्नाशा
deathless.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेशा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः निरापाया
Beyond dangers.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निरापाया साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः निष्क्रिया
Beyond all actions, not involved in any action.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निष्क्रिया साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः नीलाचिकुरा
Dark-haired.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री नीलाचिकुरा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः निरात्यया
Impossible to cross or transgress.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निरात्यया साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः महामाया
The supreme creator of illusion and confusion, even to the greatest of gods.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महामाया साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः विजया
The element of success in all actions.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री विजया साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः सांद्र करुणा
Intensely compassionate to her devotees.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री सांद्र करुणा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः महाशक्ति
The great power.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महाशक्ति साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः भगवती
The matrix of the universe, worshipped by all, including gods.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री भगवती साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः सुखप्रदा
She confers happiness or bliss or moksha, which is the bliss of liberation.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री सुखप्रदा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः पद्मासना
She is seated in the lotuses, the chakras.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री पद्मासना साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Lokatita.
She transcends all created universes. Also, she is seated above Sahasrara.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lokatita Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Mahararthi.
The greatest bliss, that is beyond all sense pleasures.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahararthi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Vishwarupa.
Universe is her form, and also the individual self. The Vishwa is the wakeful, in the wakeful state, which is her form.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Vishwarupa Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Rakshakari.
She is the savior.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Rakshakari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Rakshasagni.
The slayer of the evil forces, who are the Rakshasas, the demons.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Rakshasagni Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Parashakti.
The ultimate power, the energy manifested in every particle, as well as the primordial vibration, is she.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Parashakti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Yogada.
One who gives yoga or union of the individual soul, the Jivatma, with the Paramatma, the cosmic spirit.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Yogada Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Parmeshwari.
The ultimate ruler.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Parmeshwari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Punyalabhya.
Attained by the meritorious or righteous. She is worshipped as a result of good actions in previous lives.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Punyalabhya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Sukharadnya.
She can be worshipped comfortably by Anta Yoga, the inner yoga, without putting the body to any strain.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sukharadnya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Achintya Rupa.
Inaccessible to thought, since mind, the instrument of thought, is her creation.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Achintana Rupa Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Ekakini,
alone, the unitary basis of the plurality of the universe.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ekakini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Adi Shakti,
The primal power, being the first cause.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Guru Murti,
Of the form of Guru. Every Guru is the goddess herself.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Guru Murti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shobhana Sulabha Gati,
The easiest path to self-realization.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shobhana Sulabha Gati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Chandika,
Angry with evil forces.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chandika Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Trigunatmika,
When she becomes the creation, she assumes the form of the three gunas, the moods, sattva guna, rajaguna, and tamaguna, which correspond in the human body to the three channels of the autonomic nervous system.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Trigunatmika Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mahati,
The great, immeasurable, supreme object of attention and worship.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Pranarupini,
Of the form of the divine breath of life.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pranarupini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shubhakari,
The beneficent. The greatest good is the realization of the ultimate, and she grants that to the devotees.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shubhakari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shamatmika,
Peace is her essence. Devotees with their minds at peace are her abode.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shamatmika Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Satchidananda Rupini.
Sat is absolute truth. Chit is the consciousness. Ananda is the bliss. These are the three components of the ultimate. They are therefore her forms.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Satchidananda Rupini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Veeramata.
Veera means devotees who are competent and who can lead the battle against the evil forces. She is their mother. Shri Ganesha is also called Veera.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Veera Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Garvita.
Proud as the creatrix of the universe.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adhika Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Paramanu.
The ultimate atom, too minute to be comprehended.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Paramanu Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Kshipra Prasadini.
She who showers grace on her devotees very quickly.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Kshipra Prasadini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Sadashiva.
The sacred spouse of Sadashiva.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sadashiva Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Vishwagarbha.
The entire universe is within her, as she is the mother of the universe.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishwagarbha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Swabhava Madhura.
Natural sweetness, Ananda. She resides in the heart of her devotees as bliss.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Svabhava Madhura Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Pushti.
Nourishment. It is she who nourishes the jiva by divine vibrations.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pushti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Dhir Samaj Rchiya.
Worshipped by the wise and the brave, meaning she cannot be worshipped by the cowardly and the stupid.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Dhira Samajaya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namah. Nitya Yuvana.
Ever young, untouched by time, as it is her creation.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nityayogana Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Vishwasakshini,
the silent witness of the action of the universe.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishwasakshini Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Vishwagarsa,
She devours the universe at the time of pralaya, the ultimate dissolution.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishwagrasa Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Sudhashruti,
The ambrosial stream or flow of bliss resulting from meditation on the great goddess in the Sastra.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sudhashruti Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Shashwati,
Ever present, continuous.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shashwati Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Parmodhara,
of supreme generosity, who readily responds to the prayers of her devotees.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Paramodhara Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Dharmadhara,
Dharma is the code of right conduct handed down by tradition in each age. She is the support of that.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Dharmadhara Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Swastha,
Swa means self. Sa means established. She is established in herself. Also, she establishes self in the devotees.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Swastha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Pashahantri,
One who destroys pasha or bonds and gives liberation or moksha.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pashahantri Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Pavanakirti,
Sacred form, the purest, which washes away all sins.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pavanakirti Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Chandra Nibha,
Luminous like the moon.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chandra Nibha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Ravi Pakhiya, Prakhya.
Effulgent like the sun.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ravi Prakhya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Mahapuja.
Worshipped by the highest, the Trimurtis, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahapuja Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Chitta Shakti.
The power of consciousness that dispels ignorance and confusion.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chitta Shakti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Lajja.
Bashful modesty. She resides in all beings as modest chastity.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lajja Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Vimala.
Clean, pure, and untouched.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vimala Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Varada.
The giver of boons.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Varada Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Mahadevi.
The greatest of goddesses, infinite.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahadevi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Vilasini.
The universe is her pleasure, or she, at her pleasure, either opens or closes the way to self-realization.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vilasini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Vandrujana Vatsala.
She loves her devotees as her children.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vandrujana Vatsala Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Sahaja Yoga Dayini.
She grants spontaneous self-realization.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sahaja Yoga Dayini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
The last but not the least. Last but not the least is Vishwa Nirmala Dharmas Prastapini, the one who establishes Vishwa Nirmala Dharma.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishwa Nirmala Dharma Sakshini Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo बोला जगन्माता श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
Shri Ganesha, Jai Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Jai Shri Ganesha.
Jai Shri Mataji, we can all offer the prasad to Shri Mataji and prepare for Aarti. We'll offer the mantra to Shri Annapurna 3 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Annapurna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Annapurna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Annapurna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. You can all stand up for us.
गौरी कुमरा चंदनाची मोठी दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने दिए अवतार, माँ कितने दिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा, तू गंगा यमुना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको, माँ सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, लौट के ना जाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियाला, माँ कर दिया उजियाला। कलयुग में माया है, कलयुग में माया है, फिर भी पहचाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर, दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो य सके जो सेवा, हो य सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सब सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। बोलो श्री भगवती माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
क्षमा याचना।
आवाहनं न जानामि, न जानामि तवार्चनम्, पूजां चैव न जानामि, क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरी। मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं सुरेश्वरी। यत्पूजितं मया देवी परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे। गतं पापं गतं दुःखं गतं दारिद्र्यमेव च, आगतं परमचैतन्यं पुण्योऽहं तव दर्शनात्। अन्यथा
शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष परमेश्वरी रक्ष रक्ष परमेश्वरी रक्ष रक्ष परमेश्वरी अपराध सहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हरनिशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व परमेश्वरी क्षमस्व परमेश्वरी क्षमस्व परमेश्वरी करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वापराधं विहितमविहितं वा सर्वमेतत् क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो।
Such a joy-giving occasion was today. I'm sorry I had to say something very serious. And seriousness doesn't mean in any way that you should be unhappy about it. Seriousness is needed, so I told you something serious, but joy is there all the time bubbling, so enjoy yourself and take it up seriously what I have said. Thank you very much. May God bless you.